Hello and welcome. I have been doing Wolfenstein marathon on my channel. I talked about Wolfenstein the Old Blood, Wolfenstein the New Order. Now I want to talk about the new Colossus. The new Colossus was developed by Machine Games and published by Bethesda Softworks. It is available on PS4, Xbox One and Windows. I played the Windows or PC version and I bought my copy on the GOG store. These are the PC requirements according to GOG. This game is very demanding, which means you will need a dedicated graphics card to play it. This is my hardware: Core i7 10th gen CPU with NVIDIA RTX 2060 with 6 gigs of VRAM, 32 gigs of RAM and 4TB SSD. I played on the highest settings and I did not experience any lags or dropped frames. It ran perfectly fine, but I kept seeing this message saying my video card is out of memory. I went online to find a fix or solution, but all I could find was that it was a bug that has not been fixed by Machine Games. We are stuck with it. Some people even posted their specs on some of the forums I went to look for the fix to this problem, and they were running NVIDIA RTX 4090 Ti, but they were still getting this bug. So the problem was not even from my hardware. Well, although I kept getting that message, that your video card has run out of memory, blah blah blah, it did not really affect my gameplay. So if you see this bug, be not that worried. Go ye therefore and play thy game. Now let us talk about the game itself. The new Colossus continues after the events of the New Order, and like the other Wolfenstein games, this is not an open world RPG or looter shooter. This is a straight to the point linear first person shooter action game with insane action and combat. The game added a few things and removed a few things. For example, you can no longer upgrade your health and your shield. The perks have also been reduced. The perks are not as much as the previous games. Even though you cannot upgrade your health and your shield, they did some weird things. For instance, the first half of the game, you fight using a power suit or a power armor. The power armor gives you 200 shield points and your health keeps dropping to 50 because BJ was injured. He wasn't in good shape after what happened at the end of the New Order. In the New Order, the ending of the New Order, he survived a grenade blast. But in this game, the new Colossus, he was suffering from the effects of the grenade blast, and that thing really messed him up. Eventually, you get a new body, but you can only supercharge your health to 200 while your shield is locked at 100. The game also introduced what is called contraptions, and you get to choose between 3 different contraptions. The first is the Constrictor Harness. The Constrictor Harness is for the stealth players and it lets you squeeze your body through small passages. The second is the Ramshackles. This is for those who like to come out guns blazing, and it is also used for ramming into objects and enemies. The last one is the Battle Walker that is attached to your legs. Makes you access higher places or whatever. I did not really use this one, so I don't even know what this one is all about. Anyway, the one I chose was the Ramshackles because I don't do stealth. Like I always say, what is the point of doing stealth when you can kill all the witnesses? I like coming out guns blazing, so I used the Ramshackles. The guns are like the previous Wolfenstein games, but they added new weapons. Same old pistol, assault rifle, shotgun, heavy machine gun, or other heavy weapons. They added the SMG, a heavy weapon that shoots laser beams, a heavy weapon that shoots fire or balls of fire or whatever the hell that thing shoots. But whatever it shoots, this is a very cool weapon. In fact, this is one of my favorite weapons in the game. You can also dual wield weapons in this game, but you cannot dual wield heavy weapons. You can also upgrade your weapons. You can increase the ammo capacity, increase the damage and other stuff. You pick the upgrade parts that are scattered all over the game.
Nice. Should get to work on upgrading my weapons.
The new Colossus did something I love. They let me pilot a mech. Yes, you can pilot a mech in this game. Although the mech is not like the previous games, you pilot a mechanical dog that has a flamethrower as the weapon. This is one of my favorite parts of the game, walking around, burning everything. You are almost immortal while piloting this mech. You will only die in a place like this if you genuinely suck at video games. Or maybe because Wolfenstein games are not challenging to me. But seriously, you are almost immortal in this place. So if you die here, seriously, you suck at video games. What about the difficulty? Like the previous Wolfenstein games I have talked about, the new Colossus is not a challenging game, at least for me. I played on the normal difficulty and I was just moving through this game with ease. Play on the hard difficulty if you want to feel the challenge. And this game also mocks you when you want to select difficulty. If you select the easiest difficulty, you have a pacifier in your mouth. Just like every other Wolfenstein games, they all do the same thing. They mock you when you want to select the easiest difficulty. When it comes to the graphics and the visuals, this is the best looking Wolfenstein game. The visuals are impressive, although some things look kind of weird, like this dog right here. This dog looks weird. But for the most part, the game looks good. If you're a regular on my channel, you know I don't value graphics as much as gameplay. And if there's one thing Wolfenstein the new Colossus has, it has insane and impressive gameplay. I love the gameplay. So even though some things don't look so gang, I don't really mind it. Apart from the visuals, the game has good sound design. The sound of the weapons when you shoot, the sound effects of some things going on in the game, and some of the dark background music while you play some missions. I love the sound design of Wolfenstein the new Colossus. But let me tell you about something that not only looks good but also sounds good. If you are an upcoming artist and you want to share your music with the world, DistroKid is the best place to get you started. I compose music and I use DistroKid to distribute my songs. Their services are great and their customer support is fast and amazing. With only $22 a year, you can upload your music to all streaming platforms like Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, and the rest. You can upload as many songs as you want. You also get to keep 100% of all your earnings. To get started, click my affiliate link in the description to sign up and get 7% off your first subscription. By doing so, you are supporting the channel. So let's get back to the video.
So, I got a nuke in this here fire extinguisher.
Okay.
Cool it. I did not mean to rile you. Grace told me that you know a way into the Oberkommando. You get me in there, I will use this nuke to blow the top brass of the Nazi leadership to smithereens.
Now let us talk about the story of Wolfenstein the new Colossus. I noticed that the story of the new Colossus was quite divisive. I went online to check some stuff about this game and I saw that some people hate the story. Some people say the story was flat, while some people love the story. Well, for games like Wolfenstein, I'm not really playing for the story. The story is simple. The Nazis have already won the war and you are trying to start a revolution in America. The story will not make you ponder the meaning of life or make you think about your ancestors. But there were some things in the story that I think don't make sense. They stole a Nazi U-boat, which is a submarine. They stole a Nazi submarine and they did not even bother to completely and thoroughly check the U-boat for any enemies hiding in the submarine. There was still some Nazis hiding in the U-boat and they were sending info to their command. There is no way in hell I will steal something like that and not thoroughly check every single corner of that thing. I cannot steal a very powerful military hardware from my enemy and I will not thoroughly check every single thing of that military hardware. That is insane. No stones will be unturned, no slippers will be unflipped, no shoe will be unflipped. I will check every single thing. This mistake cost the lives of a lot of people and there was a part of the game that made me go what the fuck. In the final mission, I think it was in the final mission, pregnant Anya was shooting Nazis topless with blood splashing all over her with her loaf of breasts jiggling all over the place. I saw that part and I was like, what the fuck is this? What are these people trying to achieve here? What the fuck was that? Anyway, the new Colossus continued the two timeline style of gameplay like the New Order. In the New Order, there was the Wyatt timeline and the Fergus timeline. The new Colossus did the same thing. Wyatt timeline, and Fergus timeline. To be honest, I did not really notice any major difference between the two timelines, apart from cutscenes and dialogues. There were some things I saw, but I will not really say they influence the gameplay as much as I would like. I think the major stuff I noticed is that laser gun we got in the new order, the laser gun was different in the two timelines. In Fergus timeline, it shoots lasers and you can also use it to cut stuff, while in Wyatt's timeline, the laser gun shoots explosives. In Fergus timeline, Fergus had a mechanical arm and the arm went crazy. In Wyatt's timeline, Wyatt himself went crazy. Dude was just talking nonsense. Apart from that, I don't really think I saw much difference between the two timelines. Upgrades the same, everything the same. But there was something about the story which was quite disappointing, and it is the end. The end of the new Colossus was disappointing for me. I expected a very badass, explosive gang boss fight, but there was nothing like that. In Wolfenstein the Old Blood, I fought against a giant monster. In Wolfenstein the New Order, I fought against Death's Head. But in Wolfenstein the New Colossus, nothing. You just sneak up on that bitch. But the way you killed that bitch, the way you killed her was fucked up. So that one did. Like previous Wolfenstein games, this one also has a mini game. But in the previous games, you must sleep before starting the mini game. In the new Colossus, you play the mini game as an arcade in the U-boat. There is no new game plus, and the game does not allow you to replay missions without losing your progress. The previous Wolfenstein games were divided into missions, and you could replay any mission as many times as you want. But this game is not divided into missions. Once you beat the game, that's it. You are done. You either replay some missions using Enigma codes you picked up from the Uber commanders, or you restart the game and lose all your upgrades, which is something I don't like. I would rather have the game be divided into missions so that I can go back and replay the missions. But what about bugs or glitches? I did not really encounter any glitches, but the bugs I encountered was that video card has run out of memory bug, and I've already talked about it earlier in the video. So what do I think about Wolfenstein the New Colossus? I think this is the best Wolfenstein game when it comes to combat, gameplay and other stuff. But when it comes to the story, the story was simple, straight to the point, straightforward. I love this game, and I would say this is peak Wolfenstein. This is Wolfenstein at its peak. Some people might agree, some might disagree, which is perfectly fine. Some people say the New Order is the best, while some say the new Colossus is the best, while some people are even telling me that the Old Blood is the best Wolfenstein. But I think the new Colossus did some things better than the Old Blood, and it also did some things better than the New Order. But the New Order did some things better than the Old Blood and the new Colossus. Man, look at the way I'm just mixing the name of this game in my head. The New Blood, the new Colossus, the new waiting, the Old Blood, and oh my god. Anyway, before I start talking long talk that no concern the video, I would rate this game pounded yam and egusi soup over 10. I love this game. The game has its flaws, obviously. The game is not perfect. It has some things I don't like, but I enjoy the game. Will I recommend this game in 2024? Absolutely. I think you should try it out. If you enjoy first-person shooter games, and if you enjoy games that you will consider challenging, to me, playing on normal difficulty was not really that challenging. If you want to feel the challenge, play on the hard difficulty. But some people were telling me that no, normal difficulty is challenging, but me, I was not really feeling the challenge. But if you enjoy challenging first-person shooter games, I think you will enjoy Wolfenstein the New Colossus. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree with what I have said in the video? Do you think this is the best Wolfenstein, or what do you think is your best Wolfenstein game? Do you like this game? Have you played it? Are you going to skip this game, or you don't even care about this game? You don't even like the Wolfenstein franchise? Let me know all that in the comment section below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to slap the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post new videos like this. I also have a music channel where I post some of the songs I have composed. Feel free to go there and subscribe so you can listen to some free music. I also have a gameplay channel where I post gameplay of some of the games I have played. Thank you for subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.